Welcome to this lesson on pendulum motion and trigonometric modeling. Today, we are going to explore how the swinging motion of a simple pendulum relates to mathematics, specifically sine functions. We will break down the physics into a simple mathematical model that you can use to predict motion. First, let us define what a pendulum is. It is simply a weight, often called a bob, suspended from a fixed pivot point so that it can swing freely. When you pull the weight to the side and release it, gravity acts as a restoring force, pulling it back towards the center. Because of momentum, it swings past the center to the other side. This back and forth swing is what we call periodic motion. Periodic means the motion repeats itself in equal intervals of time. One complete cycle isn't just a swing to one side, but a swing all the way to the other side and back to the starting position. This repetition is perfect for modeling with trigonometry. Here is the fascinating connection. If we were to track the horizontal position of the pendulum as time passes, the graph would look exactly like a sine wave. On the left, you see the physical swinging motion. On the right, we plot that position against time. The resulting curve is smooth, repetitive, and symmetrical, just like the sine function. To model this mathematically, we need to understand a few key variables. The first is amplitude, represented by the symbol A. Amplitude is the maximum displacement from the center equilibrium position. In other words, it represents how far the pendulum swings to the left or right at its peak. The second key variable is the period. Represented by the symbol T, the period is the amount of time it takes to complete one full cycle. On our time graph, this is the horizontal distance between two repeating peaks. Knowing the period is essential for determining the frequency of the wave. Now we can put it all together into an equation. We model the position, y, as equal to amplitude times the sine of b times time. Here, there is the amplitude we just discussed. B is a frequency factor that adjusts the speed of the wave. We calculate b by taking 2 pi and dividing it by the period. Let us look at a specific example. Suppose we have a pendulum that swings 3 units to the right and takes 4 seconds to complete a full cycle. Our amplitude is 3 and our period is 4. We calculate b as 2 pi divided by 4, which simplifies to pi over 2. The resulting graph shows a wave that goes up to 3, down to -3, and repeats every 4 seconds. It is important to note that our model assumes ideal conditions. In the real world, friction and air resistance act on the pendulum. This causes energy loss, meaning the swing gets shorter and shorter over time. We call this damping. While the period stays roughly the same, the amplitude decays, as shown by the blue envelope lines on the graph. To summarize, pendulum motion is a classic example of periodic motion that can be modeled with sine functions. Remember that amplitude is the maximum distance from the center, period is the time for one cycle, and these values plug directly into our sine equation. This simple model is a powerful tool for understanding harmonic motion.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.